Most people assume that if a plant is sold in a nursery, it must be safe. But that assumption is exactly what makes certain plants dangerous. Some of the most toxic plants in the world are sold as ornamentals because they look beautiful, exotic, or unique. The problem is that many people never learn what these plants actually contain. Some affect the heart, others damage the skin, eyes, or nervous system. And in homes with children or pets, even a small mistake can become serious very quickly. Today, we're uncovering 10 plants you should think twice about bringing home. Because behind the flowers, colors, and tropical appearance, there are risks most people never see coming. Number 1. Autumn Crocus. Autumn crocus looks soft and harmless, with delicate purple flowers that resemble common ornamental blooms. But this plant contains colchicine, a highly toxic compound capable of causing severe poisoning in humans and animals. What makes it especially dangerous is how easily people confuse it with harmless crocus varieties. Every part of the plant is toxic, including the bulbs, leaves, and flowers. Even small amounts can trigger vomiting, organ damage, and serious internal complications. Homes with pets or children face the greatest risk because accidental ingestion can happen quickly. Another problem is its deceptive appearance. Unlike plants that look obviously dangerous, autumn crocus appears elegant and safe, which lowers people's guard around it. Compared to safer flowering bulbs, it introduces unnecessary risk into gardens and landscapes. And that's what makes it alarming. It doesn't look toxic at all. It looks exactly like the kind of flower people trust most. Number 2. Yellow Oleander. Yellow Oleander is widely planted for its bright yellow flowers and tropical look, but it hides powerful toxins that directly affect the heart. The plant contains cardiac glycosides, compounds capable of causing dangerous heart rhythm problems if ingested. Its seeds are especially toxic, but the leaves and sap also contain harmful chemicals. This makes the entire plant risky, especially around pets and children. Even small exposure can become serious very quickly. What makes yellow oleander more dangerous is how common it is in landscaping. It's planted along roadsides, parks, and residential gardens, which means people interact with it casually without understanding the risk. The plant grows easily in warm climates and survives with little maintenance. Making it attractive for landscaping but convenience doesn't reduce toxicity. And that's the real problem. It looks like a harmless ornamental shrub, while quietly containing compounds that can seriously harm the body if handled or ingested improperly. Number 3. Rosary Pea. Rosary Pea is one of the most deceptive toxic plants in the world because its seeds look beautiful instead of dangerous. The small red and black seeds are often used in jewelry and decorative crafts, but they contain abrin, an extremely powerful plant toxin. What makes the plant especially dangerous is how little exposure is needed. A cracked or damaged seed can release enough toxin to cause severe poisoning. Symptoms may include vomiting, organ failure, and life-threatening complications. The bright seeds attract attention, especially from children, which increases the risk of accidental handling or ingestion. Most people would never assume something so small and decorative could be this toxic. Rosary Pea also spreads aggressively as a climbing vine in warm climates, making it difficult to control once established. And that's what makes it frightening. It doesn't resemble poison at all. It looks like something harmless enough to wear as decoration, while hiding one of the deadliest plant toxins known. Number 4. Chinaberry Tree. Chinaberry tree is often planted because it grows quickly and produces attractive purple flowers and yellow berries. But behind that ornamental appearance is a tree containing toxic compounds that can affect both humans and animals. The berries are the biggest concern because they look harmless and can easily attract children or pets. Ingesting them may lead to nausea, breathing problems, nervous system issues, and severe poisoning in larger amounts. Leaves and bark also contain toxic substances, making the entire tree risky. Another problem is how aggressively the tree spreads. Chinaberry grows rapidly and produces large numbers of berries, which means the potential exposure increases every season. Many people keep the tree simply because it provides shade and looks decorative. But safer shade trees exist without the same toxic risk, and that's what makes it dangerous. It blends perfectly into parks and residential areas, while producing attractive berries that can quickly become a serious hazard if handled or eaten. Number 5. Tung Tree. Tung Tree is best known for producing seeds used in tung oil production, but the seeds themselves are highly toxic. While the tree may look attractive with its broad leaves and pale flowers, ingestion of the nuts can cause serious digestive distress and poisoning. What makes Tung Tree especially risky is that the seeds resemble edible nuts to people unfamiliar with the plant. This confusion creates danger, particularly for children, who may pick them up from the ground. Symptoms of poisoning can include vomiting, abdominal pain, and severe discomfort. Pets are also vulnerable if they chew on fallen seeds or plant material. The tree grows well in warm climates and is sometimes planted ornamentally, even though safer alternatives can provide similar landscape value without toxic seeds. And that's the issue with Tung Tree. It looks useful and harmless from a distance, but hidden inside the attractive seed pods is a level of toxicity most people never expect from something that resembles food. Number 6. Sandbox Tree. The sandbox tree looks unusual enough to attract attention immediately, but its danger goes far beyond appearance. The tree contains highly toxic sap covered with sharp spines along the trunk, making even physical contact risky. The sap can irritate the skin and eyes severely, while the fruit pods create another danger entirely. When mature, the pods explode with force, launching seeds at high speed in different directions. This explosive behavior is why the tree earned its dramatic reputation. What makes a sandbox tree especially dangerous is that multiple parts of it are harmful at once: sharp spines, toxic sap, and explosive seed dispersal. It's not just poisonous, it's physically hazardous too. Despite this, the tree is still planted in some tropical areas because of its unusual appearance and rapid growth. And that's what makes it unsettling. It doesn't just passively contain toxins like many dangerous plants. It actively creates hazards through both its physical structure and its toxic compounds, making it one of the strangest and most dangerous trees people still grow. Number 7. Crown of Thorns. Crown of Thorns is a popular ornamental succulent known for its bright flowers and thick thorn-covered stems. But behind its decorative appearance is a plant that can cause painful injuries and toxic reactions if handled carelessly. The biggest danger comes from its milky sap. If the sap touches the skin, it can cause irritation, while contact with the eyes may lead to severe pain and inflammation. Combined with the sharp thorns covering the stems, this makes the plant especially risky in homes with children or pets. Another issue is how commonly it's used indoors and around patios. People place it in high-contact areas because it looks attractive and survives with little care, but that convenience hides the fact that simple accidents can become painful quickly. Compared to safer succulents, Crown of Thorns introduces unnecessary physical and chemical hazards into everyday spaces, and that's what makes it deceptive. It looks like a low-maintenance decorative plant while quietly combining sharp defenses with irritating toxic sap. Number 8. Pencil Cactus. Pencil cactus may look minimal and modern with its thin green branches, but it hides one of the most irritating plant saps commonly found in ornamental gardens. The plant contains a milky latex sap that can seriously irritate skin and eyes. What makes pencil cactus especially dangerous is how easily the sap spreads. A broken branch releases the liquid immediately, and accidental contact can cause burning, swelling, or painful reactions. If the sap gets into the eyes, the irritation can become severe and may require medical attention. The plant is often used indoors or in dry climate landscaping because it survives heat and drought with very little maintenance. But its popularity means many people handle it casually without understanding the risk. Another issue is how fragile the stems are. Branches snap easily, increasing the chance of sap exposure during pruning or accidental contact. And that's the real problem. Pencil cactus looks clean, modern, and harmless, but inside those simple green stems is a highly irritating sap capable of causing serious discomfort, surprisingly fast. Number 9. Mexican Poppy. Mexican poppy stands out immediately because of its bright yellow flowers and spiky leaves. But beneath that bold appearance is a plant containing toxic alkaloids that can harm both humans and animals. The seeds are especially concerning because contamination with food crops has caused poisoning incidents in some regions. Ingesting parts of the plant may lead to swelling, digestive problems, and other serious health complications. What makes Mexican poppy dangerous is how aggressively it spreads. It grows rapidly in poor soil and harsh conditions, allowing it to invade open land quickly. Once established, it becomes difficult to remove completely. Its sharp spines add another layer of risk, making handling unpleasant even before considering the toxicity. Compared to safer flowering weeds and wildflowers, Mexican poppy brings unnecessary hazards while offering little practical benefit. And that's what makes it deceptive. Its bright flowers make it look like just another wild ornamental plant, while hidden inside is a toxic system capable of causing significant harm if ignored or misunderstood. Number 10. Calotropis, the wild plant filled with toxic latex. Calotropis is often seen growing in dry, open areas with large pale flowers and thick gray-green leaves, but nearly every part of the plant contains toxic latex sap. While it may look like just another hardy wild shrub, the chemicals inside it can cause serious irritation and poisoning if handled incorrectly. The sap is the biggest danger. Contact with the skin may cause irritation, while exposure to the eyes can become extremely painful and damaging. Ingesting parts of the plant may also lead to digestive distress and other toxic reactions in both humans and animals. What makes Calotropis especially risky is how common it is in some warm regions. People often encounter it casually while walking, gardening, or clearing land without realizing the plant can be harmful. The plant survives extreme heat and poor soil easily, which allows it to spread aggressively in dry climates. And that's what makes it dangerous. It blends into the environment like an ordinary wild shrub, while quietly carrying toxic sap powerful enough to turn simple contact into a serious problem if people aren't careful around it. The biggest danger with toxic plants isn't always how poisonous they are, it's how normal they look. Most of these plants are sold openly, planted casually, and handled every day by people who have no idea what they actually contain. That's why awareness matters. A beautiful garden should never come with hidden risks for your family, pets, or even yourself. And the truth is, there are safer alternatives for almost every plant on this list. Drop a comment below and tell me which one surprised you the most. And if you want more videos uncovering the hidden side of plants, gardening, and survival crops, make sure you subscribe, because this is just the beginning.